That ERS failure must have been infuriating.
Welcome back, everybody, to another F1 23 My Team Career Mode. Today, heading to the British Grand Prix, also known as the Silverstone circuit. And we're going to go for some driver promotion filming, I think. We're going to just let the others ride. We're trying to save up as much cash as possible, so we can try to sign a different driver as our teammate heading into the mid-season break. Looks like we've got some extra R&D points here. Let's go to this marketing event. Sure, we'll answer some questions, it looks like. The season has brought in many key changes, especially with the aero package and tires out of these. The most, I'd say it's the tires, because we have felt more, we felt better on the mediums than we have the hards. So I did not have any favorite drivers.
Not an easy decision, but you handled it well. Thanks.
And so we will move on. Let's see if we can have anything developed here this week. As, let's see here, we have a part in development for the aero. Same thing with, we got 2 chassis parts in the works already. Looks like we can work on a powertrain upgrade though. So we're going to go ahead and do this major development. Go ahead and get that started. Again, we can do this at some point for free. Don't need to wait on that. But this was a major upgrade, so we'll go ahead and do that. And then we've got one more up here that we can still access. Let's look here. We also have some different durability upgrades that we can do in the future. And we have excessive wear on some components. I'm going to wait to do that until after practice. And we got some developments in there as well. We'll take a look. Got another major aero piece there. So, have quite a few different events that we can, or developments coming up. I'm going to go ahead, head to the, we're going to go for the average speed zone. I think that's our best bet. And if I can start completing some of these different hot laps and stuff, that could significantly help me in getting enough money to get a new driver, but not that time around. Let's see here. Back on the gas early. Probably should have shifted into 4th, but we'll have to see here. And those are going to be some problem corners for us in the race as well. See how much we gain here. I think that puts us at bronze right now. Let's get through. I think it's called Maggots and Beckett's. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I believe that little section is called Maggots and Beckett's, and that's where I'm going to struggle in general the most, even throughout the race. So yeah, I'm really bad about getting around these corners right through here, so get back to the gas early. Maybe we should have downshifted there, and it's not going to make it better. So we come away with a bronze. So getting a little bit of money there, but not as much as I would have hoped. Ideally would have been a gold, but it'll be alright. Now we'll head into the race, or the race weekend rather. Head into practice 1. Looks like the possibility of rain in practice 3 as well as the race. We'll have to look here. Looks like at the end of the race we'll definitely have some rain here. So let's go ahead. We will jump right in here to practice 1. But first, we have an 8-point lead on Bottas. This is the last race of this rivalry, so hopefully we can do well here. I think that basically solidifies that win, but we'll have to see here. I think the main thing we have to do is just complete qualifying for the most part, and then we'll have it all locked up. But I'm not sure exactly how many points we can score in a weekend, so we'll have to see there. Go ahead, head to session info. 3 good practice programs for us here. I'll probably do this one, then the track privatization, and then the qualifying pace lap. But we'll have to kind of see there. This could be a bad race for the first time in quite a while, based on my knowledge from F1 2020, which I have. That was my first experience with a F1 game. So, and I was not very good around here on that. Granted, that was still on controller, so hopefully it should be a little bit easier around here. However, I'm not expecting all that much, so trying to learn the shifting, and like I said, it's the second half of the lap that I'm just really not all that great in. Can definitely downshift there. Get a better drive off. As all the switching back and forth that gets me all riled up there. As we're now a little over 0.6 off the pace. I'll have to see. Now we're over 0.9. Obviously, do not need to break that much there. Pretty good run there in the last little bit, but nowhere near enough. I don't know how much of this will change with a new gearbox that will definitely go in after practice. If not, this first practice session, if I can't really perform, but this gives me some good reps here before I get changed out. Gets me, I guess, some lower speed reps to work with. Again, not the best through there. Try to get the run down this little straightaway. Still about a little under 3 tenths off the pace. Make that 4.5 tenths. Oh, and I messed up that last corner. Well, we're going to have to find some sort of speed here, but I'm not sure where it's at. I may need to go to a higher downforce package. I just struggle to get through the corners well at this track. You can see I'm just running wide on everything. So apparently actually a good run off that corner somehow, making up some time. Still not a great run through there either, although I felt like I did better there. Tried just coasting it through there. It doesn't help me out on time, so not sure what I'm supposed to do there. Feel like I need to go down into 5th there, but I think if I do, we're going to lose time. So good release off that corner. I need 2 back-to-back green laps if we have a chance of going green in this practice program the first time around. Looking good so far, but obviously the first part of the track is our better section here. But hopefully this will help me gain a bit of a buffer for the time that I'm sure to lose on the back half of the lap, as already that time gap is starting to plummet. Not too shabby through there. Still have a couple of corners that I haven't been the best in. Got about 5 tenths to play with here. Wait to get to the throttle there for a little later, and I go green on that lap. Hopefully we can do it again here to get at least a green in the practice program. That would be really, really nice. Good set of initial corners. Let's make up some time here. lost some time there. Probably should have kept it in third gear for that long right-hander. However, we will work with it. It's going to be close in terms of how much of a buffer we've given ourselves here. All going to depend on how well I get through these next couple of corners. Oh, and it's going to be really close, I think. Did okay-ish there. Made a good corner here. Get the throttle, and I'm going to be able to go green, which is really good. Oh my word. I guess starting to learn the rhythm through there a little bit, but not great still. I only have 2 of the objectives done, so I'll go ahead, do the track acclimatization here, and then we'll go back through some of the other ones. We're going to definitely have to run in practice too in order to complete some of this stuff, but we'll go from there. Take a quick drink.
Right, try to nail as many corner gates as you can. The faster you get through each corner, the higher the score. You'll need to deploy your DRS in the DRS zone as well.
There's still work that can be done within some of the different departments, as could definitely be using some additional downforce around this track. However, it's not the absolute end of the world. Still able to make our way around this track somewhat decently. So I had to hit the brakes there off the exit more than I would have liked to, but we make it work in order to hit the corner gate correctly. Hit the downshift right here. Again, not the most ideal speed pen out of that corner, but we make it work. We're going to be close to the purple, I think. We'll get purple as long as we don't go red in any gates. And I was really close there, but we made it work. See, all good through there, and it is a purple. Now I just need a fast sector 3 to be all good here. We'll see if I can do that here. In the next couple laps, we'll try. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get it though. I feel like some of those like speed boosts, development boosts can be hard to get in terms of like a fast sector 3, especially since that happens to fall during our problem corners. And I don't think I necessarily have to hit the corner gates for that specific boost, but I don't even feel like I'm running well enough to really get into the realm of being close to being able to complete that. So I'll have to see here. I don't think it's going to happen. So let's go ahead, turn the garage. Might as well save some time here. Maybe you should have done that from the start to apply towards some of these other programs. But we'll jump and do a qualifying pace practice program, and then maybe revisit the race strategy if we have time at the end.
Okay, don't worry about tyres, just give it everything. In this test, we just want to make sure we can lap close to our rival's pace.
I will say, with some of the tire wear upgrades that we've had, the car does feel a lot better on the softs than it was at one point. So, hats off to the chassis department in that regard. It is feeling a lot better compared to the beginning of the season. I feel a lot more comfortable on a set of softs than I did previously. I felt like I had just a couple laps to be comfortable on the softs before, especially at like Bahrain and Jeddah. I was more comfortable on the softs because I knew they weren't going to kill themselves 3 laps in. But now the softs are definitely feeling a lot better than they were at one point. We're starting to go red on the Delta. That's kind of what I was worried about, is that we're going to be slow through some of these corners, and it was going to kill our qualifying pace, where we'll see through the last set of corners. I do feel like I'm decent at these last few corners. Not a great run there.
Okay, that's the
projects us at 22nd.
I'm afraid we didn't get what we needed. We're gonna have to run
So I kind of expected that, and the fact that this is going to be a very tough track for me to do. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to advance to the end of the session, and then I'm actually going to just jump into the quick practices in order to get those developments or get those practice programs completed. I'm not going to be able to run much quicker than I already have, and in order to do quick practice, I am required to change out. Actually, I'm going to go to component 5, and we'll change that out before qualifying as well. Go to quick practice. We're going to focus on the practice program where we have not completed it yet. Go ahead and do that. And then we're going to focus on the purples next, and then I'll focus on the development boost for each practice program. So, oh, I guess I did the wrong one there. Let's see, let's jump in. Should be some other ones that I can do here late in the session, and not going to be anything else. Go ahead and end the session. Again, we'll do the same thing with practice 3. I know the extra laps would probably be good to get underneath my belt, but at the same time, there's only so much I can do there. So, that one took up quite a bit of time. I'm going to look to see. Yeah, we might as well keep doing. Well, this one I might be able to do a double. Nope, I just ran out of time to do a double there. And that still failed. It's not going to be able to do anything else, I don't think. We are not. So go ahead, end the session. That's alright. Just didn't get as many of the development boosts there. And Fittipaldi doesn't attribute much there to it either. We have surpassed Fittipaldi in terms of driver claim, and our team claim has just hit rank 10, which is really good. It means we're going to get a another secondary sponsor into the shop after this race. So we'll head to qualifying. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and start this aero upgrade. It's not going to leave much in the bank in terms of resource points, but I wanted to get another aero upgrade started as soon as possible. We'll have some other that are finishing up soon. That's alright. Let's go ahead and switch out some of these parts here real quick. See how we're looking here. We have, for this, we have 30% on that. We're probably good there. 74%. Let's change out the energy store. Here we'll go to component 3, and I think for this one 41. Yeah, we should be good there. So we'll go ahead, go to the session. Since I've applied those parts before we go into qualifying, should be all good here. Go ahead and head out right away. And I'm not really expecting to make it into Q2, to be honest. Just with how uncomfortable in general I've been around this track. It's just a hard one for me to find the rhythm of, personally. I know there's a lot of people that love this track. And I think it's actually a lot better to watch this race than it is to race it. And I know I don't think Silverstone's really one that drivers ever give much input on whether they like or not to drive, so it's just kind of one of those tracks that runs a little bit under the radar as far as where it ranks for everybody. So let's see here. And that's just me kind of throwing some guesses out there as far as how I think people perceive the track. I don't really know. That's just some speculation on my end. We've got... It wasn't a terrible... I think second sector is where we have those really bad corners, into the third sector. So, puts us into P5 at the time that we cross the line. We'll go ahead, jump in here to the overview. We'll accelerate some time. I'm debating on whether we should do another lap towards the end of the session. So let me pause here a second. I want to see where Bottas is. Bottas is towards the bottom still. at 29.8. I'm at 28.5, so we have a second, almost a second and a half. I'm going to say that's enough to put us above him still. I guess I don't know that for sure. So it's out for a lap. And I'm not sure. I think we're good here. We end up in 8th, so I guess not terrible. It's definitely a lot higher than I expected to be. So we'll go ahead and move on to Q2, see what sort of lap we can put down there. Again, probably only going to run 1 lap. But we'll see there. And yeah, I am also remembering that there's supposed to be rain at this track, and especially rain late in the race. So actually I want to back off Ocon here, give ourselves some breathing room. It's looking better there. Let's get a good launch off this corner here. Perfect. To give us enough breathing room up to Ocon to not run into the back of him during this lap. If we were to catch up to him by chance, just give us enough room, and we'll start racketing through this lap. First sector feels really good so far. That downshift into that long right-hander is a bit hard to hit, but it's all good. Let's hit those downshifts. Again, this is where we're going to lose time. Through the back end of Sector 2 is where they're at. But not too bad there that time around. We'll see. This corner is also not the best for me personally. It's not a great corner there. Here's where I make up more time than anything in the third sector, but even that wasn't great. Puts me in P3 as we cross the line. We'll see here. Again, going to do our standard fastest sector 1 once again, which could set us up well for the beginning of the race. But we'll have to just kind of see there. We've got a 3-car gap to make it into Q1, and it's going to be close. So let's drop down to 10th there. And we made it into Q1, which I was not expecting at all. So apparently those new components are working wonders, making sure we have some fresh stuff on the car. So I don't really expect to do anything but 10th here, but we'll jump in to run a lap just to post something, see if we can start up a little bit higher than 10th, but we'll see. Again, they're just going to kind of let off here. Let that McLaren go. I think it's so is Norris. Yeah, allow them to have a bit of a gap up there. No need to push it when this is a very long circuit. We can all spread out nicely, not getting each other's way. And let's get through sector 1, all nice and nifty. Very nice there. Let's see here, coming up on this. Wasn't the best at shifting through there, but it didn't feel like a bad time at all through there. So definitely messed up that corner back there some. Maybe it's just a gradual downshift through those corners. Maybe that was what I was missing. We'll have to see here. I think that's about the time we've been running through those corners. That corner was definitely better than the last lap. As was that corner right there. Made sure to get a good launch off. As currently sitting in 8th. There's probably a few spots I could have made up some more time, but not likely. Let's go ahead, head over to the leaderboards. Currently sitting in 9th. Again with the best sector by about 2/10. So this is up well for in the race, especially off that start.
It's time to remind
And starting in 9th. So looking pretty good there, and we'll see what we can do in the race. So we're almost driver level 9 for a claim. Quickly approaching that. May be able to bump up to that after this race. We'll have to see here. It looks like we're going to have a wet end of the race, but we'll see here as we head to Silverstone.
Welcome everyone as you join us at a former Second World War aircraft base, now converted into one of the great motor racing tracks. Britain is one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula One World Championship, and long may that continue. This is Silverstone, and this is the British Grand Prix. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Sainz, Russell, Leclerc, Norris, Fernando Alonso, the owner driver, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Albon, Magnussen, Ocon, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Joe, Stroll, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, Fittipaldi, and Logan Sargent. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
Skipping past this part again.
Okay, we've got that relief of
Apparently
having
we've got a
points on the
glitch
board
in
finally, so
the
let's keep that form up
race
and get another
intros where it
top
doesn't
10 finish
explain
today,
the
please.
lap or do like the on-grid stuff, but alright. Looking at this race, definitely going with a 2-stop, a 1-stop with the projection of rain for later in the race, so likely will turn into a 2-stop still. And we'll head into the race, see what we can do here as we get a fairly good jump here, and we are 4 wide at the moment. bit of a weird transition there into the first couple of corners, but we're up into a third position right now, so I don't foresee that sticking. But again, our good sector 1 time is helping with that, and these hard tires are very cold here to start of the race, but we are slowly getting some temperature into them. We should be able to hold our own here soon. That may be the way to do it, is just a gradual downshift through those corners, but we'll have to see here, as Russell is going to have a look around the outside. We're going to have the better drive off around that inside. Verstappen and Hamilton battle it out up in front of us, and Lewis Hamilton leads the first lap, but again, he and Verstappen are battling it out up there right in front of us. We'll have to see if we're just off being able to keep touch with them through sector 1, essentially. Just a little bit off of them. We're going to pull out of the distance very soon here. And let's see here. Not a bad set of corners there, as Verstappen seems to be pulling away from Mr. Hamilton there. I forgot to downshift through that corner. And not the best set of corners there, as Perez is going to have a run at us. We're going to go to the inside. We can defend this corner a lot better. And George Russell got into us. Not ideal there at all. Lose a couple of spots. As we get into Norris a little bit, trying to regain some spots here. And I had done nothing wrong. That was purely on the fault of Russell there. We kind of cut off Norris there again into turn 1. And Sainz is going to be too far out of our reach in order to do anything here at the moment. We can only hope to really catch up to those cars in front with the help of a pit stop or maybe a safety car here, land the race, as there is, everybody's pretty far together, or pretty close together rather. Remember to downshift, and it looks like it is starting to rain already, so going to have to be very careful here with how we run. And I'm not going to be too bold with anything here right now, as it could very possibly turn into a safety car with the rain on track. It is getting quite slippery. Maybe should have gone to the enters on this lap, but I'm afraid they're going to fall off and we're not going to be able to make it to the end on them. Tried to look tried to look down the inside of Russell there, but wasn't able to get it done. We're definitely going to come in for the enters next lap, as it's going to be very wet around here by the end of this lap. and we'll run those to the end. So obviously the rain got here a lot quicker than the forecast had really projected at all for anyone. So let's see here. Hanging on to P6 at the moment. And yeah, I think this lap is definitely going to be the lap to come in, as it's starting to get slick. The rain is starting to pick up, and it's definitely not going to be going away anytime soon. We've kind of seen that. We're going to get split. Oh, it's not ready. Fine, we won't pit this lap. None of the AR either. So we dive it down into that corner. It'll regain some of those spots.
Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy.
Oh, I should have pitted.
So go check your MFD. Okay,
dang it.
2 seconds.
Definitely should have pitted there. It would have given us the leg up. Confirm change. Yes, we need to pit this lap. As we would have been miles in front of everybody else if we would have pitted there. It's definitely very wet here. As even the AR are slipping around here. Try to get the drive off.
Seems to be putting intermediates on now. Come on, let's go and switch over if you need to.
Box the slap.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap. Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFD if you want to go and check it out.
Confirm change.
Okay, copy that.
And just like that, we're on track for the intermediates. Should have put him on last lap. I think the track was ready for it, especially with how much it has changed. The track has changed with this lap.
Okay,
It's not
now disabled DRS.
overly bad.
Disabled.
And I went into pit road. Oh my word, I just
You've been given a
destroyed
drive-through
my
penalty, I'm
race.
afraid. Drive-through penalty.
I thought it was going to slow me down like
Enzo's
usual.
coming in for his stop.
We're basically out of this race now. We have a front wing repair, as well as a drive-through penalty. So not going to be any good here. We're going to hold up our teammate as well. We're getting trained by a whole bunch of other cars. Currently in 17th place. And I think there was one car that stayed,
Now we want to finish the race on this compound.
that went out for the intermediates last lap. And that's what we should have done with our strategy. It was definitely the way to go. I really debated on doing something different, but the engineers said not to, so I didn't. Oh boy. But Max Verstappen is out of the session, so won't be getting last place by any means.
Caution.
They just have an engine failure, or yeah, he seems to have had an issue. He also had the fastest lap
Okay, clear.
of the race, so no bonus point for that this race, as nobody's going to be sending a faster lap anymore with the rain. And going to end up being probably a P21. Yes, I know we have a drive-through penalty. Go ahead and serve that. It's just weird where the pit line is. to make it through everything, but just unfortunate. That's really my fault, but and with double stacking with our teammate, we still may come out in front of them. I'm not sure. Let's see here, no, but we'll have to try to run him down. Pit road here takes forever to get through as well. As the teammate is way in front of us, and we'll try to run him down, but not looking too great. Everybody's also likely to be pretty strung out with pitting all at the same time. It just makes it likely that no two cars are really within 1 second of each other, just with how the AI come off pit road. They just kind of slowly string out.
At least the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's getting stronger, and the rain is not really what we wanted to hear. However, going to make the most of it. Try to run down our teammate here, as we obviously have more pace than he does. I saw a small glimpse of him there. And we have what is that? 6 laps to go here. And we'll try to run down the 7-second gap to our teammate here. Not likely to run him all the way down, but we'll try to do the best that we can. And let's see here, gained a fair amount through Sector 1 and those first few corners of Sector 2. And I think kind of the shifting I was doing at the beginning of the practice sessions is going to be the best here in the rain. So I guess we're kind of prepping for that. We take a big chunk out of Fittipaldi's lead over us. Also kind of catching up to Sargent a little bit, but Sonoda seems to be maintaining a lead over us, keeping a fairly decent gap there. I was able to make up about 1.3 seconds there on that lap to Fittipaldi, so we'll see here. I overdrove that corner majorly. We'll try to get through that side corner is a little bit better. Obviously not ideal for time gain. However, we maintained our gap, gained a little bit.
Keep an eye on that gap ahead, please.
Yes, yes.
5.4 seconds.
Doing really well through that slow right-hander, where I'm gaining a lot of time compared to the AI. I'm going down to second gear and making the most out of it.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Got 5 laps of fuel, 4.6 7 seconds at the moment to Fittipaldi. As we've got just 4 laps remaining. Need to make up around 1.1 seconds a lap on Fittipaldi to be able to get the overtake done here. No DRS to help us. And already we're starting to gain majorly through sector 1, and we should gain a lot more here through the slow right-hander up here. We drop it down into second. We hang it right tight, get a good exit off the corner. We get really good exit off there compared to the AI. And let's see here, down to 2.7 seconds. And 2.4, so we've made up almost 2. Is that 2 seconds this lap alone? I believe it is. So obviously running much faster here, as long as we are keeping focused. Little bit of a shifting problem there.
Okay, so the gap
But that
to the
was
car
user
ahead,
error.
2.2 seconds.
Probably could have gone down into first there for a little bit better drive off. However, we are looking okay. Still 3 laps to go. And it's this corner that I'm making up just a ton of time. On the AI, not as much there.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel
Still roughly 4 and really 5/10 by the time I account for that straightaway gained on the AI through just 1 corner. So doing really well here in the rain on that particular corner. Fittipaldi pulls away a little bit there through those tricky corners. A little bit early to the gas there on that corner. Get a good run through these corners here as well. Not the most amount of time made up there. Need to be more consistent this lap for sure. However, he is definitely within our sights to be able to overtake in the last 2 laps. Better job through sector 1 for sure. Down to around 1.2 seconds is all the advantage is anymore. We go down to second. And we're within a second of our teammate here, with about a lap and a half to go in the race. Probably looking for the overtake in that slow right-hander next lap. It's going to be my guess on when we have the run on him.
Okay,
I suppose
deteriorating
it
for 10
could
minutes at
be
least.
earlier than that. However, my guess on what's going to happen. We just need to stick close here. At the very least, we should be able to catch him into that corner right there. Probably could have made it stick that time through, but we're going to save it for the last lap that we catch up to him and make the pass. We're going to get the good run off this corner right here. It's going to set us up for a overtake down into this set of corners down here. And we're going to get down right where I said we were, and the slow right-hander. We're going to pull away from our teammate here. Lewis Hamilton wins the race, with Max Verstappen being out due to that failure. Fittipaldi is going to gain on us here some through those corners. However, from here on out, we should be pretty much good. We gained even a significant amount on those cars up ahead of us still. Ricardo, I guess it was Sonoda that was in 18th originally, I believe. Was about 17 seconds, and Sargent was about 16, so made up a decent amount of time on those guys. So I had fast car, just had that unfortunate mistake. Ocon gets driver of the day, and Lewis Hamilton wins his home Grand Prix once again. He's very good here at Silverstone.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. But it wasn't the best weekend for
Hamilton,
our leader,
Norris takes second. Sainz, Perez, Russell, Leclerc, Piastri, Gasly, Hulkenberg up in ninth. It's a good race from him. Alonso, Ocon, Bottas, Joe, Albon, Magnussen, Stroll, Sonoda, Ricardo, Sargent, us, Fittipaldi, and Verstappen with the DNF.
Fantastic work from the American team.
So we'll see. We should be up to. We might not be up to driver level 9, but we do have a sponsor that should be coming in, and we'll advance to the main menu. And we should have still won our rivalry with Bottas. So we'll go back to the main menu. Not quite up to driver level 9, but we do have team level 10. We have the minus $50,000 for that front wing damage. And it's not telling me who won the rivalry. However, we do have contract negotiations. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to see here, and let's take a look at the driver market first. So with $5,000 or $5 million, sorry, we could possibly get Mansell. We can re-sign Fittipaldi. We could probably try to lowball one of these other guys, but they're not likely to take it since we're not the greatest team still. As Sainz has gone up in value, so wasn't going to be able to make that happen. A few other options back here. We could get Joe for $4.5 million. We get Albon, Magnussen, Massa, Weber. I think the drivers with the silver and gray bars on them are like legacy drivers. I'm not exactly sure though. So different options here. We could get Piastri possibly. So lots of different options here. So let me know what you guys think I should do. Because there are quite a few different options here at this point. We could go with someone really cheap as well, but at this point I think I'd like to go with someone better just to try and contribute to the team a little bit more. But we'll leave that for next episode. So let me know who you think we should sign for the second half of the season. We have $5 million in the bank, so it gives us a decent amount of room there to look around in. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed our little comeback there at the end to overtake Enzo Fittipaldi, possibly for the last time. And yeah, hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.